want to hear some happy news? Okay. Well, let's start off our day with something wonderful, or hear a story about someone being marvelous. Let's make today Wonderlous. This is the show that gives you a happy dose of uplifting, feel-good stories from around the world. Welcome to another episode of Wonderless News. I'm Hoyt Christopher. Let's get right to it. All right, so our first segment is really cool. So a dog with a lopsided face is saved by a family who lived 2,500 miles away. Round trip, it was going to take them 2,500 miles away to pick up this dog from the shelter before it was going to maybe not be adopted, and they did it. So this is crazy. And the pictures are really cute. So if you go in, there's a link to the story, and you can see the picture of this cute little dog. So Sherry Langston was doing her usual social media scrolling, right? Like we all do. She lives in Seattle. And she came across this little husky who had this really just like, and you can see it, like his little face is like sideways. And his name's Harvey. And a little lopsided face made her heart melt. So she was like, I don't know, we gotta do something about this. No one is adopting this dog. And she kept hearing people say, I guess through social media, like, ew, ugly, or ew, look at him, which that's heartbreaking. I mean, the dog can't help it. His face is lopsided. He was born like that. So she's like, that's it. We're going to adopt this dog. She told her family, told her kids, told her husband, and they drove the entire length down from Seattle down to San Diego to pick up Harvey, the lopsided face husky, at the shelter, adopted him, and drove all the way back. Round trip, 2,500 miles, and saved this cute, and he's really cute little dog. They have another dog. They brought the other dog with them. Sherry does. And fortunately, both dogs got along great. They hang out. Now they got an extra dog in the house, and his name's Harvey, and he's cute. So she love it. She saved that amazing dog, and just said, forget you to all these horrible comments. It's a cute little dog. You shouldn't say stuff like that. Come on now. I thought there was like an award, like a show for the ugliest dog. Now, this dog's not ugly. He just had a little funny face. But, I mean, come on. You got to give the love out when you need love. And this dog needed love, and he got it from Sherry. So thank you, Sherry. Next segment, a passerby scales a building to save boy who fell out of a window onto a ledge. Wow. Okay, this happened in China. Somehow this little kid fell out the window, thankfully fell onto a ledge below. And this guy scaled the building. He's a few flights up, scaled the building, got to the ledge, and saved the boy. He's kind of like Spider-Man. Can I say that? This man was like Spider-Man. He saved this little child, secured him, got him down, lowered him on a rope back to some people, and helped him get back into his house. Man, I keep coming across these news stories where someone is scaling a building to find a kid hanging outside the window or on a ledge like this one. What's wrong with you people? Keep your kids inside. Keep the windows closed. I do not open the windows like that for my kids. We have a window upstairs by the couch. We had a bench there, an ottoman, but we got rid of it and put like a chest there. But my son, who's 3, he would stand up there and he's pushing on the screen. Well, the screen, it's made to pop off. And we're like, and this is it's on the second story. So we're like, no more. I don't know what's happening, but there's kids hanging out windows. But this is why we do the show. So that's a happy story because this kid was saved by this hero, Spider-Man and Peter Parker, right? Because he wasn't in Spider-Man clothing, but he saved him. So good job. All right. The next one is our Wonderless moment of the day, brought to us by Bryce, by Shaman Angelina. She has an amazing store on Etsy, handmade jewelry, all these little cool pendants of sea glass. She does everything by hand. Every single piece of sea glass is sourced from the ocean, tumbled naturally. So every piece is unique. There's not one piece that is the same. Check it out. But here's the moment. It is of champagne pouring with some cool music. That's right. Get your bubbly on. Here it goes. I am thirsty. I'm not a big champagne guy, but that looked delicious, and the music was helpful too. Thank you, Rise by Shaman Angelina. Everybody check out her store. The link to her store is in the body or description of the show, so check it out. Next segment, Cemetery posts a personal ad for a lonely goose whose mate died, and guess what? They found a match. This is a trip. So this the cemetery manager played a Valentine's Day matchmaker for this cool goose, this widowed goose, okay, whose little goose mate had passed away. So Blossom and Bud are the two new gooses that were united. Sorry. Blossom and Bud were living together for years at the pond in the cemetery in Marshalltown, Iowa. But after Bud died last year, Blossom, the remaining goose, was really kind of just sad and spent her days very lonely. And the guy could tell, right? So Tammin is his name. He's like, look, he's the manager of the cemetery. I can tell that she's sad. So he posted an ad on Facebook, and lo and behold, found another owner of a goose who was also widowed or widower, right? And his name is Frankie. So this boy goose was also widowed. And man, they connected him. Here's the thing of this. So the goose, Deb and Randy Hoyt, that's their last name, right? My first name's Hoyt. Deb and Randy Hoyt, who had their widower goose, Frankie, they found the ad about Blossom, and they united the two geese, and now they are living together, they're walking together, and they haven't really left each other's side. Super, super loving. I didn't know that geese would go through what seems like a little depression that this one was having, being alone, and have that sort of connection to a mate. I had no idea. But beautiful story, a happy, happy story that we have to tell here on the show. So thank you for that segment. And now it's on to our Wonderlous thought, which is going to be, let's talk about mates and relationships. Let's just do that. Let's springboard into it. I mean, look, these two geese were lost their mates and became depressed and sad. And the owners of these geese, or the people that were taking care of them, caretakers, found a way to reunite them with a new partner, right? So getting them together, and both had the same issue, which is really cool. They both were missing the other person other goose that had passed. And I guess what I'd like to say about the Wonderless thought is that I think it's important that we realize that even geese want to find the right mate and find that connection. And when that connection is lost due to death in this case, even geese can be depressed, and we got to help each other out. I handled depression differently than other people in my life. Okay. And it's my way, right? I kind of put my head down and just grind. That's how I get through it. I add more tasks. I keep myself busy. It helps me stay focused on the important stuff to get through maybe what I'm feeling down about. Doesn't mean that method is going to work for you, but I need to understand that while that method works for me, it might not work for, my friend, my partner, family member, whoever. So let's recognize that depression or being depressed at moments in time, and sometimes for some of us, it's longer than we'd like. We all have different ways of dealing with it. And you can always suggest a healthy way that works for you. Doesn't mean that it'll work for that person. But we have to know that it's something that even for geese, they can feel those feelings. And it's good for us to be caretakers to those around us, like these caretakers were for these geese. Find something for them to be happy with or happy for. Give them something that is special to help them reconnect with those feelings, to help them get through whatever they're going through. So, all right. Well, listen, if you have a happy, positive, uplifting story that you want to tell here on the show, please send it to me. wonderlessnews@gmail.com. I want to hear it. I want to see it. I want to talk about it here on the show. So send it right over. In the meantime, thanks for watching and listening. I'm Hoyt Christopher, and this is Wonderless News. See you tomorrow.